People claim that watching a scary video will make you feel less lonely if you have ever felt lonely. Additionally, watching paranormal events may make you want to lock yourself in your room and stay in bed. But is that really safe? Many people experience feelings of despair and dread when they witness terrifying scenes that are almost impossible to forget. However, if you have the courage, you'll probably watch today's entire video. Welcome to Mark Matter. Today we will be counting down the top 10 most scariest videos that you should never watch before going to sleep. If you have a brave heart, then tag along. You might just be in for another spooky thrill. At number 10 we have Hide and Seek. This incident happened in April of 2022 when a paranormal investigator went to check out this quiet home. But it seems something was searching him right back. It's almost as if the ghost or the spirit is trying to play a game of hide and seek with him. In the video, the man searching the house is a paranormal investigator. He came to look for an entity that was believed to be guarding the abandoned house. As he explores the place, the ghost or entity, whatever you call it, seems to be a little aggressive. It surely is powerful too, as it reacts to throwing stacked chairs on the man and turning on the faucets to a blast. The man, however, installs cameras to catch a glimpse of this entity, but it somehow tries to hide from the man. You can see that when the camera starts to capture movement, but before something is visible, the spirit uses things to hide it. Here, the mattress falls in between, indicating that the spirit does not want to be seen. Later, as the man walks in the hallway, he sees a pitch-black figure roaming and lurking around. Who won in this game? Let us know in the comments below, and if you had the chance, would you want to see the spirit up close? At number 9 we have Haunting Unknown. The video starts with footage that seems to be taken from a camera that was set up in a house. No one seemed to be there at home at that time, and you'll be shocked by what happens next. Even though the lights are off, something turns them on. A figure suddenly appears to be walking down the hallway toward the staircase. Even stranger, the lights automatically turn off when the figure disappears. The figure is quite a distance away from the light, so by itself, this was quite spooky. At number 8 we have Taiwan Haunting. The scene is taken in Taiwan. Chinese ghost hunters are searching for a mysterious and spooky entity that the nearby locals have been complaining about. They enter the abandoned building with their gadgets and set up cameras. The main camera guy scans through the entire building while narrating what happened. They then hear a noise and run through the room to find items falling and doors banging. They say that a man used to stay there, but we don't know what happened to him. They then see an apparition, or a head of a man, which catches the camera guy off guard. At the end of the investigation, we don't know if the spirit of that man is still there or not. What do you think? At number 7 we have Exploring in the Dark. Most paranormal scenes look staged, but I kid you not, this one is the most real we've seen so far. It takes place in an abandoned house. The man conducting the investigation is just an average person, not a ghost hunter. He visited that area because he mentioned that he could hear disturbing noises. He follows the sound as soon as he steps into the building and walks into the apartment where it was coming from. Just as he enters, he hears sounds, doors creaking, and if you listen closely, there are footsteps.
Allahu Akbar!
It is said that the people who stayed here have all died tragically. Maybe that is why the hauntings happen. As the man enters to inspect the building, he courageously takes his torch and flashes over the objects and items that he encounters inside, only to find something spooky and super chilling. After he finds this, he starts running away from the scene. At number 6 we have Grandma's Come to Visit Your Backyard. Do you believe that a deceased loved one is always watching you, or at least believe that they're around you? Here's a creepy CCTV footage that was submitted by Lacey Turner. The woman in the video is being followed by a shadowy figure, which she interprets as the ghost of her boyfriend's grandmother, who died on the property in a fire 5 months ago. On August 6th, Lacey Turner was watering her plants at her Boring, Oregon home. She was unaware that a shadowy figure, dark and terrifying, was standing behind her, watching her every move and slowly following her steps. Her boyfriend Joe, who was sleeping, was awakened at the same moment by an odd noise. Joe made the decision to check on Lacey by viewing the video feed from the house's camera. While watching the video, he noticed a spooky figure. He rushed to tell Lacey, and they were both terrified. They both got chills when they later remembered the tragic event that happened 5 months earlier. If it wasn't a person, what was it? And if you have an idea of who it might be, you can comment your thoughts down below. At number 5, we have Apparition Appears. How would you describe this event, especially if you saw a figure that just disappeared into thin air? That is what happened here. The video clip starts with a scene on a road. The security camera footage shows the traffic and cars passing by as usual. Just then, an apparition appears. It seems to look like a human or a woman who is waiting for someone. A few seconds later, it vanishes. Why do you think this was captured on camera? Was it because the person had died on the same spot? Let me know your theories. At number 4, we have Tunnel Creature. If you saw this creature, what would you call it? The cameraman begins the video by following a group of people as they explore an abandoned tunnel marked by graffiti. As the man with the camera begins to document the tunnel's interior, a creature appears out of nowhere. The camera suddenly captures the creature, which seems to have 2 eyes. The creature then goes on to stare into the man's camera before it starts to crawl towards him.
It's nothing.
After the first 2 moves, it seems like the creature is headed straight for the camera person. The incident happens almost instantaneously, and it catches the cameraman off guard. The other people surrounding the man then witness this incident before they all finally flee the spot. At number 3, we have Crying Baby. Would you be willing to go check out a supernatural occurrence? The scene in this video begins with a paranormal investigator walking into a haunted room. When he enters, he hears some strange noises. He then finds a cradle and a toy inside the room. The cradle starts to rock as if someone has suddenly pushed it. As he records this, he hears a noise coming from the hallway, and as he gets closer, the door flies open.
Bismillah, Bismillah.
The paranormal investigator then enters the space only to discover another door making the same sound close by. He hears a baby crying at that precise moment, so he goes and checks it out.
Bismillah, Bismillah.
When he finds the source of the crying, he cannot see any baby, but he is in the cradle. At number 2, we have The Small Boy. The events in this video will make you seriously doubt what you see. The shot is made by a man who seems to be working on a movie crew. After filming on a set, they were passing by a house. As the man pans the camera across the house, he happens to capture a small boy on the balcony, and as he walks ahead, the boy seems to be walking backwards. That was quite a quick shot, as it seems that the cameraman did not expect to see this boy on the balcony. Is this a ghost that he witnessed in broad daylight? Or is it just a boy who painted himself white and stood there to give them a frightening sight? Let us know in the comments below. And finally, we have come to the last countdown in our top 10 list. At number 1, we have Not Human, Not Creature. You wouldn't guess what this could be. A few men were inspecting an abandoned place. The place had no lighting, and they heard noises in the darkness. They approached the noise only to find a weird-looking creature peeping its head through the corner of a wall. They freak out and move back, but the cameraman is a brave guy. He gathers courage and moves closer to the thing, and he sees that it is a white-colored creature or human whose identity is unknown. But what we do know for sure is that it is still there even today. So how would you react if you saw something like this? And which video scared you the most? Let me know in the comments section below. Don't forget to like and share the content, and you might think about subscribing to Mark Matter if you want to see more scary content, because we're always adding new stuff. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see you at the next one.